Okay, so I decided a better and perhaps more realistic example of gameplay would be that of a draft. That is, building a deck from the ground up. It's going to cost me a bit of gold, but here's what I would do to start a game. Well, first of all, it's terrible, but I tend to draft for rares. So I'm going to look for cards that I don't have, and just throwing all caution to the wind, probably won't even wind up with a deck that I can play. So I draft for rares. We will build a deck that, that we can play. But yeah, it's one of those things where I go in here and I just get greedy and I want to take the cards that that I would have a hard time getting otherwise. I am going to try to lean heavily into I was going to try to lean heavily into black and red, just so I do have something playable. I'm going to choose those two colors overall after the rares are gone. Talking about rares, rares are the ones that have a gold seal on them, and silvers like this are the ones that have, that's the silver, those are uncommon. And I get stuck with the planes. How about that? Alright, I will take the rare for sure. I'll take the rare here just for no particular reason. But now we'll start picking our colors here. So, yeah. Red, black. That's what I said I was going to play. Yeah. This may not be the best example since, again, I'm grabbing cards at random, but I'm going to build a deck that's going to not have people probably immediately conceding to me. So I'll give you a better example of what it's like to actually build and play Magic. Can't help it, I gotta go for the rare every time. Most every time. Anything that would help any of my other decks? Alright. I should be better at color commentary. I'm kind of paying attention to what I'm doing now, so... Normally decks are limited to 4 of any one particular type of creature, but in a draft you might wind up with more than that. And I get stuck with the land again. What the heck? Alright. Now let's see. I guess I'll do this in real time because I can actually show you how boring that Magic can sometimes be also. So I'm getting rid of everything. And I'm going to try and build a deck with only black and red cards and colorless. This is a 40 card deck where a standard one is normally 60. So I want black, I want red, and I want colorless. I want low casting cost. So I've chosen black, red, colorless, and I want things with a low casting cost. So we'll start with those. Yeah, we'll start with those. Now at this point, I'm letting the thing determine my mana. Giving me a 40 card deck. Yeah. One, two, three. Yeah, all right. So, I got a flyer. I should take advantage of that. And I got that, so I'll take advantage of that. All right, 45 cards. This is probably going to be a terrible, terrible example of gameplay, but I'm sure that was a terrible example of drafting, for sure. Uh-oh. So, even though I'm recording, I hear Lori coming back this way. So I should probably warn her. I'm recording back here.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
There, yeah, whatever.
You know, all the time this week we've seen people walking in on someone trying to develop film, and what did we say? It's the developer's fault? So it's the recorder's fault.
It's your fault.
You didn't shut the door and you didn't hang up a sign. I don't see any warning light.
How come I don't have...
Are you still recording?
I'm still recording.
Did you get that?
I made a horrible mistake here. Why did he give me planes? Yeah, I may not be saving this video. What the heck? How did I wind up with planes? I think that's a glitch. I'm going to blame the machine, not me. Seriously? I can only say I hope that I can change my deck in between. That was a quick waste of 5,000 gold, wasn't it? Yeah, beautiful. Let's just concede. Give them a win. Now, what went wrong here? Back to this. Really? There was 3 planes and I managed to grab 2 of them in my opening hand? Seriously? I guess I'll never be able to play this if I don't, so let's get rid of that guy. Let's take a Ley Line of the Void instead. Let's take this instead. Let's go with this, this, and this. Yeah. Let's see what we have for lands here. Lands, yes. Alright. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, let's check our stats here. 18 land is terrible. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I think this gets filed under the do not use clip. Don't blame it on Lori distracting me. Okay, that's a little bit better. Got a couple of peak cards. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's start with a peak card instead of... Could have put a creature out. He could attack and he could get a little value out of him. But I'm not too worried about that just yet. And let's see what we got here. So we'll play... No. Play this. We'll get a critter out there. And let's have another peek at what that other card is. Maybe could have saved that till later, but I always like to hit him early and hit him hard. We talked about the fact that I tend not to be a subtle player or one that holds back. At least that's my initial instinct. But every now and then I'll come up with a deck that he gets haste, can't be blocked. I don't think, is that blocked? No. Okay, so let's go ahead, all attack. Let's see what happens here. So that gets a point of damage in. He can only block one of the two things. It has a 0 on toughness, so he won't do any damage to what he blocked. That's good. And he puts one of those on there. It's gonna make it another ox. You search your library for a card with a name, creature. Yep, okay. Now let's do this. Death touch will end turn. Put a vampire out there. Let's just attack. 2 of them attack. Get a point of damage in. See how that would have tapped my red for no good reason? How about I tap 2 black instead? Yeah. There we go. And now I can still use that red. Alright. I hear you. Well, it's about getting a lot of damage in early if you can. So that's what I will do. And so everybody attack. Still get 2 points of damage even if he blocks. Block the biggest one, which is his own. Be a little bit of annoying, but okay. Put that on the board just to be annoying. Let's do this. Make him unblockable. Declare him as an attacker. Point of damage in. Get another point of damage in. And we'll see if he has a reply for that. Yep, just swing hard and fast. Oh, he held that back. I guess I'll take 4 then. Vigilant, so that's a bit of a nuisance. Noxious Grasp. Destroy target, creature, or planeswalker that's green or white. Any gains of life. Sure, I like that. Let's do that. We'll do this. One of these. One of these. And it's going to gain protection. Wow, that's nice. Resolve. And now we'll cast a creature. And I will tap this. Give this unblockable. And protection from black. Yeah, that's no good. So there's my 1 attacker for 2 points of damage. This spell will wear off at the end of turn, so he no longer has protection from black. Unless he's got something else shady up his sleeve. But he seemed to have skipped past his combat phase. It's back to my turn. Now what does this do? I don't even know what this is. Creature spells cost me 1 less. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield and your control deals 2 damage to it, it's a dinosaur, blah, blah, blah. Alright, I don't care about all that. Here's this. Alright. So, if I swing with everything, the most he can arguably block is 3, so 2 things are going to get through. Gotta play cautiously, right? I'm setting a terrible example for you if I play that way I normally do. Make him unblockable. Take the safe play. Move forward. There we go. Swing on him. Boom. Boom. Alright. Oh, and he gives up. Alright, well at least that was a better example of how the game goes and how it normally plays out. At the lower ranks, you can gain ranks faster than just 1 for 1. That game, 1 win gave you 2 ticks on that. So maybe this won't go in the bin after all. I got a reward. Alright, yay. Next. Out of that 5,000 gold, what, I maybe got 100 gold back for that win? We'll see. It really got warm in here since she closed that door. Anyhow, okay. I guess if I shut up, I could cut this out. But maybe it's good that you see how long it takes for some of these matches to advance. Alright. Do you hear the neighbors hollering next door? That's pretty obnoxious. Okay, I've got a first turn play anyway. Second turn play. Yeah, alright. Obviously, my opponent goes first. He's choosing. Alright, I will keep. And let's see what we have here. Yeah, not good. But, alright. There's that. There's that. Where are we going from here? Whenever equipped creature 1 damage to. Okay. Now. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Playing with some cards that I've never played with before, so let's see. Oh, there we go. And equip it. So, sacrifice this creature, deal 1 damage to any target. So, I will go ahead, declare my... declare an attacker. Do 1 point of damage to him. And then sacrifice this to do 1 damage to any target. So he can't choose that as a blocker. And yeah, have him take 1 of damage. Not bad. Peek in his hand. Let's see what he's got in store for us. An altar. Well, let's get rid of that. Let's see, creature with death touch and another lifelink creature there. Two equipped creature has sacrifice to do 1 damage to any target. But there's a better little surprise. So let's go ahead. Declare an attack. Point of damage in. He's going to choose to block or not. He doesn't. Alright. Guess we'll save that for later. What does he have here? He needs 6 mana to get that out. Just one to get that out. This will attack. Oh, he's got one of these freaking knights. I don't like those guys. And he has that. Alright. Swings in for 2. Oh, and he does 1 to that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this, even though it won't save the creature. It will let me draw a card. Yep, I think this game is going to go quickly and go in his favor. There's the 4th land, Leyline of the Void. A little too late. I actually got that just because I could draft it as a rare. It won't do anything here, but it may help some of my other decks. Yeah, this is going to go quickly. That Thief and him being able to pump that up, it's going to go fast. I'll at least have a creature out. I'll get an Epicure of Blood. That isn't going to do too much. I don't think he's going to be afraid to attack into it, especially since he has pump creatures. And there's that. He's looking for 6 mana to get a 5/5 Death Toucher out there. Death Touch being one of those keywords that means any amount of damage inflicted by that is going to see that goes to the graveyard. He can't pump that, can he? Alright, so guess I'll block it, see what happens. Alright, that goes away now. Alright, let's do this, do this, and no attacks. Can swing in with that 5/5 and kill something. Oh, he's got his own. Bastard. How conservative does he want to play? Slides head over, swings in. Yeah. Just attack with everything. back here. Go ahead, take the 6. Oh, he gains a life and I'm going to lose a life. Alright. Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot to be done there. I could at least hit him for 8 points of damage. I could slide this onto a creature. That wouldn't really do anything, but why not? Two. Put that on. Attack, and we'll be nice about it and just say good game. And I die horribly next turn anyhow, so there we go. Man, I'm annoyed that I drew 2 of the only 3 planes in that other hand. But anyhow, this is on to game 3. Win or lose. Well, I'd have to win from here on out, and that's just not going to happen. I didn't take enough care building this deck. Drafts assume that you know the cards, you've done studying ahead of time, or you go there to your local game store fresh with everybody else and try to learn them quick. And look at this, I've got no swamp, no first turn play, so I will mulligan. This time I got a first turn play, not a lot after that, but I'm scared to go too low, so I'm going to dump the creature that I'm not going to be able to cast for a very long time. Going to do this. Going to take a peek at his hand and see what he's got. Well, this is the only thing that I can get rid of. But it's about having a look at this for the rest of the game. Could have given his creature Death Touch so I could draw another card. I may do that at some point. Not looking good since I don't have any sweepers in this game. Nothing that will wipe all the creatures off the board and let me reset it. Nah, that's that is a creature there, but 3/2 vampire against a creature that could come back from the graveyard. Protection from green. Creatures your opponent have can't have +1/+1 counters put on them. Okay. I'm not doing a lot of that anyhow, so he can just fly over for a couple points of damage. And yeah. So let's do this. Now, what could I do here that would be interesting? Guess I'm just going to go ahead and attack. I really am just trying to get the that draw card. So depends on whether he chooses to get creative. Oh man, see, maybe I don't use that just yet. Maybe he'll put down a bigger threat now, another creature. No, he'll just fly at me and pick me off that way. Oh, alright, yeah, well, certain of everything makes sense. Yep. And it's my turn again. take a peek at his hand, see if he's got anything good in there. And there's the fun. Sure, anticipate. So now you can look at and pick something and put it in your hand. Well, if he puts in a creature or something, it's something I won't be able to throw away. Yep. Human wizard. Alright, he needs 5 mana for that. Okay. Anything I can do with this? Not really. He's going to have that 5 mana on the next turn, so I'm going to give my creature Death Touch, which arguably is a waste, but I will get to draw a card. What does this thing do? When it enters the battlefield, you can exile a creature from the graveyard, make his own token. Nice. Alright. Now, what is this? Enchant creature. When it dies, return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 on it. That's nice. What is this? Let's do this. I'm gonna say black. No attacks. He can just pick me off from the air. And he may have a trick up his sleeve, but 5 damage, yeah. Okay. And I'll just bring that back. There was a battlefield. A little too late for that. And way too late for this, but oh well. And he just comes over and kills me. Yeah. Oh well. So at the lower level, you don't lose ranks as fast as you gain them. That was it. 3 quick losses. That first one was kind of brutal. Hey, I got some pack of cards out of it. Let's see what's in that pack of cards. And rip and open. Gets me closer. These fill up as you open packs to give you uncommon cards. These fill up to give you wild cards and then move on to rare cards every now and then. And what is my rare for the deck? One of those freaking knights I don't like. I'm interested in this thief though. Whenever he attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Nice card draw, I like that. Anyhow, I don't know how informative this was, but it's a better example of just straight playing of Magic cards when they haven't been refined, where the deck isn't all, you know, all pimped out and scares your enemies into conceding like that white one does. Anyhow, thanks for taking the time to watch us, and hope you learned something.